Somehow I knew you guys were going to be there. Thank God.
Surprise! We're back.
We're back, and
It's
we're going to
fun.
cause trouble
Yeah.
tonight. Now we're going to be really nice. Welcome, Rex. Welcome, Dave. The three of us are here. I'm repping one of my boys, Mr. Art Rob, the Heartthrob. His shirt tonight. I'm sure he's watching the show, or if not, he's going to watch it soon. What do you got there, Rex? You got Rex's photo booth. That's right.
There you
Rep,
go.
you got your YouTube channel thing going on there.
Yeah. There it is.
Well, now I feel bad because I don't have any branding on this evening.
You're shirtless.
You are the brand, Dave.
Yes. The Hoff. He's the
That's
Hoff.
right. You need to
The
be your
Hoff.
own brand. That's it.
There you
It's
go.
all about branding. So we're back a week after Photo Booth Expo, and it has been crazy since I got back. Like taking a whole week off and then coming back to regular work plus photo booth plus DJ. And Rex, you're in the same boat. Dave, you're in the same boat. But there was a lot last week. There was a ton of stuff, and I think it was probably it's the best Photo Booth Expo ever. I mean, the attendance was the highest, right?
That's really. What was the
It
numbers?
was.
Did you get the numbers?
I would say it's over 4,000.
Wow. That's real
Yeah,
good.
I
I
think
think when I talked to Rob, I think he said it was close to 4,500.
that's crazy.
Yep.
45. Yeah, that's real good. That's both PBX and Max combined or PBX
Yeah,
only?
I think it's combined.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we saw a lot of cool things. I think some new technology, and we're gonna get into it. I got some pictures I wanted to show. So if you don't mind, Dave had the great first picture. It was awesome. This was a picture of his
That's
of
the
what he saw
shot
on the
of every
hallway.
single floor at South Point, no matter what floor you were on.
Yeah,
That's what you saw.
yep, exactly. Every floor you walk out of the elevator, you're greeted by concierge. It was awesome. Um, so yeah, we got some pretty cool pictures that we're gonna show. I mean, there's just so much. I got to see my good friend Heidi and Johnny V. They're from the Philadelphia area. That's when I walked off. That's the first people I saw. That was really
You know,
cool.
they actually brought their entire staff with them to the show to
Yeah,
help to help educate their staff, which is so awesome to do. Um, you know, to and from what I understand, they all got really good ideas and had like a little meeting afterwards, to
yeah,
kind of go over about what everybody saw because you're getting different perspectives from your team.
yep,
So some people may look at something one way and someone looks at it in another way, and you that's how you build.
yeah. And here's Rex begging to be on the show this week. Please let me on the
Where are
show,
you getting this
please.
stuff? Where are you getting this stuff? Oh, I
Hey,
know where that came from. I
fake
know where that
news.
came from.
Pictures don't lie. We got some more. I got some more that we're going to be showing. It's going to be a lot of fun. But I think the mood was fantastic. Like the vibe was very positive.
It
And we
was.
got just so many things. So Rex, Dave, I'm going to let you guys start. Let's Rex. What do you think about the show? Give
I
me your
thought it
recap.
was great vibe overall. Congratulations to all the Hall of Fame inductees. That was huge. That was different. Congrats, Dave. Yeah, you were in there.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
I thought Booth. A lot of people have tried to do workshops and meetups, and um, nothing has been as successful as PBBI, right? Until Booth Mastermind. So congratulations to those guys. They did an excellent job pre-show, and the floor. Congrats to Rob. The show floor was actually very very good, and he did a good job of balancing Max with PBX and all the after parties. Before it was only like one after party, I believe, and I think this show is like two or three. Every night was a party.
Yeah,
So
there
great
was a
vibes,
party.
great vibes.
Yeah, there were sponsors every night for the parties, which were great. Curator was one. Danny Max. Danny was like all over every, like everywhere you looked, you saw Danny Max's stuff. Him sponsoring, which is awesome. That they're giving back to the industry and putting the energy back in too. You know, some companies, all you do is you see them at the expo, and that's it for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
You
and,
know,
and then there, some companies that are huge and stalwarts that didn't go. I really miss Shay. He's a legend in the industry. He's a
yeah,
Hall of Famer in my book, and I didn't see him either. So I was really
right.
disappointed. Really weird, you know.
So listen, before we do get started, I want to say um, it was a major topic going on out at PBX. Was Viv from LA Photo Party? He is such an awesome guy. I don't know if people know that, but he was attacked um, a couple months ago, and I believe he's still in the
Unprovoked,
That's
which
crazy.
upsets
unprovoked.
me a
Yeah,
lot.
he
Which
was
which
escorting a
upsets me
friend
a
to,
lot.
to their car and got attacked. So we we're gonna post some stuff with some links for the GoFundMe page, and if you'd like to donate, that would be super awesome. For
Yeah, we'll
anybody
put
who doesn't know Viv is such an awesome person that he it's surprising, and this is the second time that something like this has happened where he's been attacked,
That's
and
just crazy.
and
Yeah, we'll put something on the homepage. So
yeah,
Dave, make sure we get that, and we'll put that up on the
yep,
site, put it in the video and the blog, and maybe we should repost that in Photo Booth Network as well.
yep. But hopefully if Viv gets a chance to watch any of our videos, we're praying for you, man. So
Yeah,
get better soon.
the Photo
Heal
Booth,
up.
the Photo Booth Network Army will take care of you as
That's
best
right.
they
So,
can.
but now on the positive things. So Rex and Art, what did you guys think was the big item this year? The hot thing.
Hold on, I just got a call. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I got it. I got it.
It might have been audio guest books. It just might have been. I don't know. They were all over the place. Um, I got it wrong that I thought it was going to be an AI technology kind of thing, and there was some really cool technology there. Aside from that, but it seemed like that was kind of the thing going around where multiple vendors had different variations of them. And I'd seen one of those at a wedding last year. I think who was it? Zach Schiffman walked around
Yeah.
last year at PBX with one,
Yep.
and so I think that was kind of like the new thing outside of the photo booth realm. I think Sketchbot was kind of cool to look at, and there was another thing going on with who was the other company that had a very similar thing as Sketchbot?
Well, so you had the Sketchbot, and then you had Photomasters had their version, and then Al Charpentier had his
Yeah,
um, version too.
yeah.
Um, I got to say, I was disappointed in those.
Where's your photo, Dave? You didn't post your photos.
I didn't get one
You didn't
taken.
post your
I
Did you get one
sketch.
taken?
I didn't get it taken. The lines were too long for those,
Uh-huh.
and then when I did get over there, it was broken. It wasn't working.
No,
So
was it really?
I was very disappointed, and the output that I saw for some of the people looked nothing like the person, even remotely.
I saw oh god, Denny's. And Denny's
Yeah,
looked like
yeah,
he was the Phantom of the Opera.
right.
Yeah, mine looked pretty
Yeah.
close. The one that I had. I'll tell you that I did send the video over to a planner that I work with, and she thought it was interesting, but she's in the mitzvah market, so I think we may test it out. I think I think it's depends upon who you're going to put that in front of. I don't know. The jury's still out on that, but it is fantastic technology, and I think you're right.
I
I
think
think
you'll see it at corporate. You'll see it at corporate and mitzvahs. I think
yep,
you know,
yeah, we'll see.
but there's nothing like having a caricaturist at your actual event. doing those kind of pictures. I
There
think
is.
live.
And I think you can look at both sides. There's going to be a crowd. There's going to be an audience for this, I think, somewhere. And we just got to figure
Sure.
out what that is. So time will tell.
I
What?
think the audience is there. I just think I like to see it more detailed. I don't care if it takes 10 minutes because that's what a caricaturist takes, right? They take 10 minutes and they draw a
Right.
likeness of you. So I don't care about the time. I mean, not it can't be an hour, right?
Yeah.
Because when you can have multiple arm sketches, they had like 4 or 5 going on at the same time. But I
Yeah.
just like to see a little bit more detail. That's all. And I posted mine. You can go to Photo Booth Network. You know
Yeah, I
that
gotta
that
find
group.
mine. I think I actually might have one here in my bag. I haven't even fully unpacked my bag yet, to be honest with
Oh
you.
God.
I'm
I
thinking
have
of
so much stuff to go through, like all the information and everything that I grabbed from all the booths.
yeah, same here. Where the heck is my thing?
And I want to send a big shout out to LA Photo Party for the media pass that they assisted with.
I got one.
That
I liked
actually
it.
that
I
helped me
wanted
with
to
my
get
bag
one. I
on
didn't
the
get a
way
chance
home.
to. Like that's how busy it was. I haven't even fully unpacked it. I gotta find it. I'm missing my sketch spot, my photo. It wasn't that bad, but um, Rex, what was your thought? What was the big new thing this year that everybody was talking about?
The big new thing that only one vendor had. My pick for the show was 360 drone booth. Right. So last year they started out like a Kickstarter. Give me $100.
Yeah.
And then this year, like I was looking side eye, and they came through. They came through with their proof of concept. I got in there. I stood in there. I said, "Show me." I challenged him, right? And I wanted to interview him, but his booth was busy the entire freaking time. So I had to go at the very end. He was gracious enough to give me some time. So I made an entire video. You gotta check it out in the links below. I have a video that I'll probably drop Monday, and I'm gonna show you my output, and I thought it was very good. I liked it for a lot of reasons. I liked it. Number one is because no drunk people could fall off of it because they would just fall on the floor. You didn't have any arms to break. The setup is less than 10 minutes. I actually enjoyed my overhead, so I bought an overhead even though I didn't need any more equipment. I bought a Cyclone 360 from Pickbox, and luckily I got help bringing that home. And so I thought having the overhead would be really nice, but the drone really impressed me. So that would be my pick of the show. I mean, there was two two other items, but I'm gonna let you go. Art, what was your number one pick? Was it the sketch bots? Was that
No,
was that the
well, yeah, I think technology wise, that kind of blew me away. It's like when you first look at it, just that in general, because I know there's two there, right? But just that next level technology was kind of cool. Like it's the shiny object in the room, and I think the audio guest books were the two things that really caught my eye.
Did you buy an audio guest book? Which one did you get? You
I
must have got the
did.
Tomatic.
I got this one right here. I want to. I always try to get something that's low entry for me when I'm running in and I'm going to test a product in my area. If this works, there were some other ones there that were more robust. Tonematic, right, had a more robust system where, and I don't think I have a picture of that, but
It's a
um,
full solution though, right? Not
it
only do you
is.
get the phone, but then you also got audio gallery. Like where do you put them after you record them? So I thought they had a more complete solution. So kudos to them. I really like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that as well. And then there's retro guest book. And let me show some of the pictures here. Let me pull these up. So retro guest book is really neat because you can use any phone, right? Like there's an R2D2, the Kiss phone, the Lego phone,
That
Star
Coca
Trek
Cola
phone,
phone, I actually had one of those when I was a
right?
teenager.
And so you can use any phone you buy off of eBay and plug it directly into their own proprietary box, which is a partnership of AT&T, and go through there. So you can get any phone and plug it into this, and it works. So it's a subscription-based service. But I think if you have couples that are very niche, which we see Halloween weddings, we see Christ, I'm going to a Pokemon wedding, so there could be a Pokemon phone. Just anything that matches the bride and the groom, or even like a mitzvah, like if there's a sports phone or something like that. Um, I think that's very intriguing, right? The options are endless with something like that.
Right.
Then there was obviously Audio Guest Book. They were there. That's your entry level, in my opinion, and it's a good entry level phone. I tested it out. My kids had a blast with it. It was fun to watch them and even try and figure out how to work the thing, even though it wasn't a real phone. But they had a really good entry price. It comes with a carrying bag, and I was like, let me get this one. Let me just start off and see how it's doing. And I will tell you, I just started marketing yesterday, and I already have a bride interested and a mitzvah interested. So within 24 hours, I'm pretty much gonna be making my money back on this thing.
Nice.
Excellent.
What's the range? What's the range on the rental for something like that for a wedding?
And that's what I got to figure
Five,
out, right?
4, 5.
So I'm starting it. I said let me start off at 300 because I did my research and there's places online that you can rent these from for about that. So I said, well, let me try that because that's where it's starting. We'll see if I'm going to let that price kind of dictate where I go. There's not a whole lot of them in my market, so I'm one of the first, I think, in this area in Philadelphia that has them, which is always good to be first to market. So if you're ever thinking about doing something new and wondering about am I can succeed, well, you're only going to know if you try, right? So I'm the type of person who's willing to gamble a little bit and get a product first. Like in our area in Philadelphia, I was one of the first to have a ring roamer, and that was beneficial because I kind of set the bar for pricing. You know what I mean? So, well, Dave, you were first. I said one of the first. One
Okay,
of
yeah,
the
one of
first.
those.
Dave's always the first on everything here, except I beat you on this one. Um, but we'll see. We'll see, Rex.
So the
Wait,
one
what was
thing
your
that
number
I
one
was
pick,
really
Dave?
the one thing that I was really hoping to see and was just super disappointed was the glambots. The arms. Orca View had one. Um, what was it? Booth Workshop, and there was another one, and I don't think Booth Workshops even showed up. Um, it
Oh
was
yeah,
just
that
very
was really
disappointing.
sad. They yeah, their shipment got lost, so they were at the show 3 days without anything
Right.
to show. Yeah, that was
Right.
painful. Yeah.
You know, you said Glambot, and I think it's kind of a good time to talk about. So we got a new page on the website. I'm gonna go ahead and show it. We're working on it. It's called Rex's Corner.
Yay! I
So
like it.
Rex is going to have his own little page on Photo Booth Magazine where we take the best of his best videos and put them on here. And I happen to put the one you shot for Glambot on here.
Yes.
Um,
So that's my number two. Now, my number one was Drone 360 booth. My number two was Glambot app.
yep.
Absolute fan. They had I guess it's a collab with Glambot app and Orca View. So they would have this bar, and it had 3 GoPros on it. So it had 3 different camera angles,
Yeah,
and
that's
then it
this one right
was
here, right?
Glambot app. Where is it?
Yeah, this is it.
Um,
That's the one. It's
Glambot.
got the three cameras
Oh
on
yeah,
it.
right there, right there. Yeah. If you, I don't know, does it work if you play it?
Yeah, it does.
Oh
I don't know
yeah,
how
here you
everybody else
go.
is. See, we're always figuring this stuff out on the show, so bear with us, folks.
Yeah, it's playing. Okay, so it has um, three GoPros, and it takes video from all 3 angles. It stitches it back together, and that's doable. It's kind of like an array, right?
Yeah,
But really, what I was so impressed about was their sharing. So you guys know the inside the convention hall, the Wi-Fi was horrible,
yes, it
absolutely
was.
horrible. But I wanted this video. I had no people talk about being hesitant about plugging into machines. I wanted this video, and he's like, "No internet, no problem. Plug your phone in here, scan this QR code, and boom, it popped up right on my phone. Look at that video. There it is. It was like less than 10 seconds. I was pretty impressed by it. I'm an absolute fan. I'm gonna be looking into getting that. I love that a lot. So that was my number two behind 360 drone. So 360 drone was my number one. My number two. I mean, you had to look really close to find this. A lot of people walk by, and they didn't even catch that. So Glambot app with the sharing, very technologically advanced, and it's kind of like going backwards and go in order to go forward. So there was no Wi-Fi, internet was horrible, but
Yeah.
I wanted my video, and in order to get it, they went backwards. They went back and wired it and said, "Here you go." And it was iOS compatible. It was Android compatible. They had two different cables, two different adapters. So if you had a Samsung Galaxy, you can plug into the Android plug. If you had Apple iOS, you plugged into the Lightning adapter, and you were able to get your video. So that was definitely my number two for sure.
So do you have the drone video on YouTube yet?
I do not. That will
Okay.
come out Monday.
Monday. So
Monday, it'll
so
come out.
Monday.
Rex's Corner on Photo Booth Magazine.
Yep.
Monday, I'll drop that
photoboothmagazine.com.
video. I'm pretty impressed by it. There was no wires, there was no strings. Last year when they put it out, they put a teddy bear in the middle, right?
Yeah.
So so that was pretty smart. But this year they definitely have proof of concept, and I got in it, and it 100% works.
Yeah.
The software is pretty simple. They have You can choose the pattern, so it could be like a
Hmm.
square. It goes to four corners, or you had a circle, you could pick the diameter, 2 feet, 4 feet, 8 feet,
Yeah.
depending on however many people. Then you can choose the height, and then you choose the revolutions, 2 revolutions, 4 revolutions, and
Mhm.
then you hit takeoff. The drone would go up, do the 2 revolutions, record the video, and come back down. And it worked. I had my doubts. Because I thought it was like a Kickstarter,
Well,
but
and
this
that's
year.
and that's the thing. It's like, and that's my picture mosaics, right? So they run these different pieces of technology. So last year I saw that too, and I was like, interesting drone 360. And this year I'm like, yeah, they nailed it. And that's why I think next year, well, I hope next year is the year where like everyone is talking about they want to see that sketchbot kind of evolve a little bit
What
more.
next year? There's going to be 10 drone 360, just like there was 10 telephones this year.
Yeah,
But they were the first to do it. You got to give credit where credit is due, right?
absolutely.
Orca View is the godfather of the 360. I first was on it in 2017, which
Okay.
means they probably developed it in 2015, even earlier than that.
Hmm.
And so now we have Glambot app. Yeah, they were the first to do it. It's definitely different. What else is really new? I think those were the two new things, and then I have one old thing, but I'll save that. What is your number two, Dave?
Um, well, I got to say, I think the number two thing would be the phones. Um,
Okay. So your
you
number
know,
one was the Sketchbot, and your number two is the phone.
no, I mean, I just was, I thought the SketchBot, when the technology catches up with that, and I think it's going to be a year or two for that. Um, when that catches up, that's going to be really cool. I think
Yeah, I agree. I just
if
need
they
to
can
be
get
more
it to be
detailed. That's what it's like.
faster and a little bit better detail, I think
Yeah,
that has the potential of being very cool.
I
Um,
agree. I agree.
Let me just go to my
I
stuff
did
here.
like some of the new Mosaic stuff that was out. Checked out those. They seem to have gotten much better over this past year, so I was impressed with that. Um, the 360s, I mean, there were just so many of them this year.
Hmm.
And you know what? The one thing I didn't see a lot of, mirror booths this year.
Yeah. Is that it for mirror booths?
I think people are I think they're over that.
Yeah, I
You know,
heard it's one girl was buying a Max booth because she liked how light it was, and she was tired of doing the mirror one.
right?
Um, Yeah. Another one
Yeah, I
actually.
think it happens in cycles. I think
Yeah,
the mirror booths will still be there, the inflatables will still be there,
Yeah.
but it's just not the in thing now. People said 2010 photo booths were a fad. Look, 2023, we still here. We still here.
We are. I'm trying to think what else I saw at the show that was really. Oh, here, let me show you guys this one. This was really cool that I didn't catch until the last day. Um, it's this really interesting
yes.
character of a
I,
booth.
I love this concept. It's creepy. It's
Yeah.
creepy as hell.
It
But I'm going to
is.
tell you right now, I thought that
What are
was
you showing us? What are you showing us, Art?
So this is essentially it's like a mannequin dressed up to be like an old time photographer, and they've got a classic old time camera, the kind where you put the slate stuff in there. Um, and it's an iPad booth, but it's more of something you would see when you walk into like Ripley's Believe It or Not museum. You know what I mean? And I
and
thought that
they
was
had
kind of
more than
cool.
just iPads. I think they had you can run either you can run a Surface off of this or the iPad.
Yeah, I'm blowing it up so you can see Rex as best as I can
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that was on
Can
the
you
MEX side.
can you zoom in on the price, by the way?
Oh yeah, I wish. Hold on, let's see.
I,
Special
I believe
12,000.
that was around 14K for that, if
Wow.
I'm not mistaken.
Included tax and shipping is 14,000.
Yeah,
Holy cow!
Right
It's the most
there.
expensive mannequin ever.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. I didn't even look at that. You can see me right
Ah!
there. I'm like taking a picture. I'm not looking at the picture. I'm looking at my phone like an idiot, of course.
So
Look.
the picture actually drops out in the box underneath the screen there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
You
Wait,
know, I have to say it's very well thought out. The
yeah,
theme is right on point. Everything about it is on. The way the camera looks, the way the mannequin fits in. Just overall, I thought it was creepy, and
yeah,
the price tag is a little high for me. But if that's your thing, it's done very well.
I think
It's
that
done
would be
really
good
well.
for like a museum or like
Yeah,
a permanent install. They that like even for like a business or something that you wanted to have uh a unique thing for you.
yeah. There's Rex before we
like
wrapped you up. We actually wrapped Rex. You didn't drive, right? We wrapped you up in this thing. So that was
yeah.
you. You're in there
So where are we
somewhere.
going? Where's Danny Max going next?
That's Nam.
Yeah. So I'll see you guys at Nam.
Yeah, a lot of people are
And that's
chatting in here.
Anaheim. Anaheim in when is it? June? June. Pretty sure
May,
it's June.
June. Anybody out there want to comment when NEM is? I don't pay attention sometimes to that stuff. There's so many
Whenever
conventions
the truck
happening.
arrives. That's a lot of
Yeah.
cases.
Well, let's,
Oh,
we talked about some of the cool stuff that we saw there. What do you think? So it was a long week. And I think with all the events leading up to, you had Booth Mastermind, and then you had PBX. A lot of people were telling me they were exhausted by the time Monday rolled around for PBX, and that there were a lot of like off-site parties that kind of diluted the whole experience of PBX. What are you guys' thoughts?
So I attended Booth Mastermind. Um, I got to say, Ishmael and Ursula and Sammy
Ursula,
from Photo Booth
Sammy,
Marketing
George. Yeah.
and
Killed
George,
it.
they did an incredible job putting that on. Um, it was very PBPI ish, from back in the day. Not a lot of people know what that is, and that's okay. But um, I'm looking forward to next year. I think this has this. There were people there that were coming out of those seminars and saying, "Wow." Um, I think there's some things that they can massage a little bit.
Hmm.
That once they get the feedback from everything, I think it'll be much better even next year. And truthfully, I can see Mastermind probably being um, its own thing.
Yeah, and I heard that too. I heard both that some people thought it was like amazing upper level stuff, and then but also some people said, well, it didn't really speak to me.
Right.
But you're going to get that with any kind of conference. It's up to you. And I'm going to stare straight in the screen. It's up to you to get those nuggets. It can't be spoon fed to you. I mean, they're going to give you everything you can, but they can't make you understand it. They can't make you implement these techniques. That's really, you have to work hard. Just because you're reading a book or going to an expo doesn't mean suddenly you're going to walk out and start making money. You have to start implementing that stuff. So to those that didn't feel like they get it, just try to work with it a little bit and make sure you're trying to get as much out of it as possible.
Right.
But I think, yeah, first year, I heard a lot of great things, and I can only expect next year is going to be even doubly better than it was this past weekend or that past weekend. Let's see. What else we got here? Danny Max, he did debut a black series, the new black material. So his booths are now in also come in black.
Is it the same material as the white, but just
It
black color,
is.
or is it a different
Yeah.
material in order to get it black? So it's still super lightweight, super
Yes. Yep.
strong. You can run it over with a truck, but just in black.
That's
Yep.
yep, exactly it.
Yeah, very good. I love it.
I got choked out at the after party by Jordan Marshall. Let's see what
Jordan's
else
awesome.
we got here. There's Ed Altunian. I finally got to meet him. He
Well,
did really well with the back props. He was on the
yeah,
Yeah,
show.
shout
I was
out to
talking to
him, and he
Ed
was
the
blogging as
last
well.
day.
Excellent.
Yep, he was there, and I took a lot of pictures, but I'm sorry if I didn't put them all in here. I wasn't sure how much time we're gonna have. There's Rob. This is Rob right after he announced, so which is really interesting. And this is how busy it was. I'm sitting there on the floor inside, and I hear over the loudspeaker, "Ladies and gentlemen, we now have a large crowd building up outside." 1 minute later, "Ladies and gentlemen, the crowd is now going down the stairwell. Ladies and gentlemen, now the crowd is heading into the casino." It goes, the line goes all. We're gonna have to let people in early. It was mobbed. Like that's how
That,
big.
that that door opening was just crazy. It was like Christmas,
I wish I had a
like
picture of
lined
that.
up outside of the department store for like the Cabbage Patch Kid or something.
Oh
It was
yeah,
like,
yeah, like a Black
let me
Friday
in.
sale. It was just, but it's just getting more intense. I was like, wow, they're down the stairwell. Wow, they're all the way to the casino. Like
Yep.
that's just crazy. So yeah, good job, Rob.
Congratulations to Rob. He killed it again. I'll be there next year. I believe it's still February. It's still at South Point. I haven't seen the you can buy your tickets yet email, or you can
You
reserve
can.
your room, but I'm gonna reserve my room early, early. Yeah,
Yep. We're gonna have
Yeah.
Michael Walter on again. He approached us and said he has a resolution to his tax episode, so we're gonna hear that coming up soon. What else? I'm trying to get through this. We had Sharana. I finally got to see her, and this
nice,
was,
nice,
I believe, at the one of the audio guest book tables.
very cool.
I got to hang out with Cleveland Terry at the bar, one of the after
Did
hour
you
shows.
did you happen to go by the snack pit booth? They had announced that they now have GoPro integration
No,
with
really,
their
I did
iPhone.
not.
So that was their yeah, that was their announcement. You know, they come a long way. They're based out of like Africa, so it was a very long flight for them. You know, they
Okay.
were pretty tired before they even got there because of the travel.
Hmm.
Right.
But they always have really cool setup. What's really hot is the AI segmentation, right? So I will post my 360 snap pick video.
Okay.
So they would segment me, highlight me out. So they would kind of do like a greenless green screen,
Oh,
but in
cool.
video,
Yeah.
with the 360, and then they could add effects. And I had fire, and I blew up. So yeah,
You
check
still
that out on Rex's Corner
you
Monday.
blew up.
Monday.
How many
Monday.
how many videos or different booths or vendors did you get a chance to take videos of, Rex?
Oh my goodness. Gosh.
Worthy of posting that we're going to expect to see on your channel and that we're going to put on Rex's Corner here on the site? Because there's a lot of people that
Uh,
didn't go to the show.
yeah. So definitely. Al was nice enough to give me some time, so I got a full interview with him about the price and what hardware to use, what software. So you'll see, a 10 or 15 minute on my 360 drone booth, 360 drone booth.
Mm-hmm.
And you cannot forget James. James, that curator, gave me 15 minutes, and he finally let me in on his secret. He works. He doesn't uh, he likes to show me stuff, but then he doesn't tell me that don't tell anybody. It's in beta, and I'm gonna drop it at the show. So I got to see some stuff. I know. I get now. Now I know. I better keep my mouth shut. So he released some stuff at PBX, and while we're talking about James, you really have to go to each booth, find time for them to talk to you because he released something that's gonna help the entire industry. Anybody who's anybody and is not on Curator, they dropped a feature that was so phenomenal that I think a majority of the floor missed it. Do you use Curator? I know Dave, you haven't. You
I do.
used it. So
Yeah, that's what I
so they
use.
have the animated, it's a boomerang, so you can move. So it's a video. They have uh, greenless green screen, which they always had, but now it's a video. So that's what they released. That's no longer in beta, and that's
Oh,
fully available today. But the feature that everyone missed is that they now have uh, email campaigns that will help you on the business side. So it's not a feature. It is a feature, but it's not really for the guest.
yeah.
It's actually for the operators.
Mm-hmm.
So get this, right? So we've had data analytics for a very long time. So you would do an event for your corporate client, Coca-Cola, Cheetos, whatever, Dove, and then they would say, okay, give me the analytics. What are their numbers? We want to market to these people because that is our demographic. But now you can do a wedding. Everybody that shares their photo via text, it's collected into Curator.
Yeah.
Then let's say they got married on Saturday. Then that following Monday, you can build a campaign for those 150 people that were there. You can say, hey, thanks for coming to Bob and Mary's wedding. If you didn't get your photo, here's the gallery. And if you're looking for a photo booth, contact us here. And that's something that no other company has. They have it. It's based on Twilio, so you need to have a Twilio account because they don't want you on their Twilio account
Yeah.
spamming people,
Yeah.
right? So that's the one thing I wanted to point out. So you yourself your company needs to have a Twilio account, and now you can build campaigns. And one of my mottos that I've always had with my staff and my group is that we would always say, the more you work, the more work you get. Sometimes they get busy and they forget to hand out business cards
Yeah.
and take them and put them out. Now you don't have to worry. Everybody that used it and enjoyed it, you can go back and contact them. And I think that feature is so valuable at any level, right? So you have beginner photo boothers, and you have intermediate, and then you have full blown, people who service corporate only. And this could go across the board to anybody and everybody. I mean, we would always say that from every event we did, our guys were really proud and say, "Oh man, I killed it. Was my service is so good? They want to hire us again." Right. And so now you have this feature that's built in that can help you get more business. So people always say, how do you get more business? Right. We say referrals, but with this feature, you can market directly to all of Bob and Mary's guests. And it's not just one time. You can do it for Valentine's Day. You can do it for back to school, or hey, it's prom season. Whatever it is, you can use that list and market continually. So those become your clients forever. I think that's a huge feature for us. And I didn't, just walking by the computer, you would never seen that. But if you talk to Ali, who also spoke at Booth Mastermind, or
Yeah.
James, they let you in on that. And I actually ended up because James was busy, right? He's always talking to more people than I do. Uh,
Always.
Ali ended up doing the video with me. So in Rex's Corner, I will be dropping that maybe like in 2 weeks. I'm going to edit it and I'll drop
Okay.
that in 2 weeks. But look out for that feature. So kudos to the curator for that one.
Yeah, I mean, the marketing is such a huge part of any person's business. So and that's what I do. That's my full-time job is I'm actually president of an advertising agency. So it's my job to look at analytics and how that stuff works. So I can't wait to play with it. Like I'm like, give me it. So, and I got a tease at that at the curator booth
So
through
you saw it
Allie.
too, right? And
I saw a
and
little
if
bit
you
of it, and I
didn't
was
go
like,
back to the computer, you had no clue. Like what are you showing us?
I'm gonna be
And that's
slicing and dicing
huge.
that thing up, man. I'm gonna be looking at that, and if I swear, this is on my honor. If I find any really cool way to utilize that, I'm gonna be sharing with everybody. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna
um,
find a cool way to share it. Rex's Corner.
Rex's Corner, um, outside of the casino. I know I'm like the aunt and uncle that's showing the kids the vacation photos here, but I did get a chance to go see these really cool rocks that are right outside of the like 20 minutes from South Point. So the next time anybody goes, this is called Seven Magic Mountains. Kudos to Rob Savickas for originally posting this. It was a quick 20-minute drive to middle of nowhere. You get out of the car and you see these really cool rock formations and you get away from all the hubbub for a little bit and then you come back. So it was a nice kind of mind refresher, which I like to do every
Yeah.
once in a while.
Speaking
It
of
just
side trips, so I did post the video. So my side trip was to Omega Mart, Area
Yeah.
15. Yeah, you have to be like on shrooms to go through there. And so you go to Area 15, it's a museum, and then they have a supermarket called Omega Mart, right? And yeah, and it's a front. It's not really a supermarket, but it's like takes you into another dimension of hidden rooms, and they had like LED skeletons. I mean, you just walk in, look, right? Is
Yeah.
the room is crazy. They had zip lines. It's actually called Meow Wolf. Meow Wolf is the company that does it. I think there's three of these. So there's Vegas, Arizona, and I think it's Denver, Colorado. And
Hmm.
it was $59 for 2 hours, and then they had this kind of like an escape room type game, and if you solved it, then you earned another 2 hours. So you could have stayed in there 4 hours, but it was a lot of sensory overload. There's music, there was tunnels, there was caves. Was it Ed? Ed told me that there was a hidden bar inside. So I missed that completely because there's like 50 different rooms
So wait a minute.
in there.
So if you solve it, you get an extra 2 hours. If you don't solve it, they
Yeah.
lock you in there overnight. Is that what the deal was?
No, no, you could leave, but I mean, after 2 hours, I was pretty much done. So that was you went to go see Colored Rocks, right? And I went to Omega Mart, and
Did
what
they
is
have a
this?
Did they have a gift shop there too?
They did have a gift shop. You can buy stickers and hats and
That's
shirts,
cool.
but it was
Oh
kind of
man.
weird. They had weird stuff on the shelf, and I wasn't sure if it was for sale or if it was for decor. I mean, look, yeah, there's fruits, and then there's somebody sticking their head out of the fruit. Um, there you go. There's aisle one. Uh,
There's the skeleton.
yeah, there's the LED skeleton. I don't know. It was pretty trippy. Like I said, if you were high or eating vegetarian before you went in, it would have been pretty fun. Psychedelic, very, very psychedelic. Um,
You know
so
what?
yeah, go check that out on
And that's,
my YouTube channel, Rex's Photo Booth Reviews and Tutorials.
yeah. Let me pull that up again
And
so
so that
people
was
can
my
see
side
it.
trip. Dave, what was your side trip?
um
Parties.
In and out burger
In and
Yeah,
Out Burger.
okay. I'll
All
take
right.
that. I'll take that.
because we don't have them on the East Coast, and you know I really do enjoy those burgers there.
More than like White Castle or Whataburger.
Yeah, I you know what I tried Whataburger. I wasn't impressed with it as In and Out. Now White Castle, I mean
Yeah.
that White Castle's East Coast, and that's a unique burger in and of itself. But it's nice when you can try food from different areas. That's kind
Yeah.
of popular.
How many
Let's say
parties did you go to, Dave? You go the dark room party, imaging spectrum party, booth mastermind party, photo master party. How many did you go to?
Um, I really didn't
All
go
of
to
them.
any party.
yes, you did. I
Liar,
got a picture of you at
liar.
one of them. You liar.
What party?
Oh, you must have drank a lot. Now let's see this, folks. Hold on.
Oh man, pictures don't lie.
No, they don't. And I
Pictures
got it right over
don't
here. Bear
lie.
with me. I'm going to go right to it. You were at the party, and it is, bear with me. There it is right here. Hold on. That's proof you were at a party.
Wait a second. That's not. I don't consider that a party.
That's the opening night party.
It's an opening night festivity. It
You
was
had a
kind
drink in
of.
your hand.
Semantics,
I did.
semantics.
There's no pictures of me holding a drink.
Oh, yeah? I just didn't put it on. I got one. I got one somewhere.
All right, let's see it.
I got to get it off my phone. I got to find it.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
But
How far
Denny's
was
taking a picture of
how
you.
far? How far was In and Out from South Point?
About 10 minutes.
Oh,
There's
I should
one.
have went.
There's one just a few blocks away.
Yeah, I like tacos El Gordo. You guys like that one?
Yeah.
I haven't been. I went to Sakana with Danny and James and Iris and Rachel. It's a great sushi place that was off the. And I don't even know where. I can't remember where it was. It was the second time there. It's fantastic.
Speaking of virus,
I know, right?
we
I
have to give
saw that
her
final table.
super props for making it to the final table in the
Yeah.
poker tournament.
Yeah, she did. She made
She
Bullshitter
it.
extraordinaire. I
she
love it.
crushed it.
Oh, she watched me get knocked out. She was sitting right next to me.
Listen, I got knocked out early. I bought in a couple times because of my buddy Min.
Yep.
Um, he
How did
he
Min
sat
do?
down right
Did he
next to
make it
me
to
and just
final table
screwed
or
with me
no?
the entire time. But I will say, I got him out on a hand. So you know what? He may have knocked me out of the game, but I did beat him on a couple hands, or at least one hand, and that's all I care about. That's all
How
I care
far did he go? How far did he go?
about. He didn't make it very far either.
I made it to the top 35, but that doesn't really mean anything unless you get to the top
No.
nine.
No, the
Right.
final table paid out 9 grand, I heard.
Whew.
Yeah. What did Iris get? Even if you were top 10, I mean, you split that
I
10
think she
ways,
got.
that's 900
I
bucks.
want to say. I think she got like $900.
I don't know.
Nice.
I think.
Is that what the payout for number nine was, or 8765? I don't know what place she
I
came.
don't know.
But top
I
prize
thought
is like
I
two or
thought
three grand.
the top one was I think 3,600. I
Yeah.
think that's what they announced.
Oh, here it is, official from Danny Max. Iris got
Yeah,
900. The
yeah.
Nine big ones. Congrats.
And
yeah.
What
Danny
did she
didn't
buy
get
you,
any.
Danny?
Danny didn't get any. I expected him to at least place a little higher. Maybe both of them.
Bad beats, bad beats. Yeah, but
But
that's the
she's a
thing.
hustler, man. She's a card hustler. She just kind of kept it close, and
She's cool. She's cool on that
yeah.
table.
I was talking to Rob. He said he got knocked out like 4 times. So there were like four
That's,
people that
But it was
got
75
passes for the
bucks. He
next
went in
couple of years.
75 bucks 4 times.
yeah,
He
what did you
went in
buy
No,
five?
$300.
no, the buy-in was only $40 for to buy back in.
Okay.
Well, no,
After
I'm
the
sorry.
initial or
It
no?
was $20. I think it was $20 for 5,000 of your chips.
Uh-huh.
But you could buy in, I think, up to I thought it was 10,000. Like you buy in double.
You got
Oh.
five. So if you paid $20, you got an additional 10,000, I think. 10 or
Was it 10?
5,000.
I thought it was 5. It might have been 10.
Yeah, it might have been five.
Well,
Anyway, we
shout out
lost.
to um what's the name of the person that organized it?
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
know.
whatever his name is, he did an awesome job. That's all I wanted to say.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
that's grown and that went on and on and on. So
Yeah, that was a lot of
Yeah,
fun. But
congratulations. So, Booth Mastermind was good. The after parties was good. The poker
I
tournament
gotta
was
say,
excellent.
the booth mastermind party was good, but the part that I didn't like about it is when they were doing the awards, the DJ just did not turn the music down at all, and you couldn't hear people when they were talking on the
Yeah,
microphone.
what's up with those DJs, Dave? Huh? What's going on
I
with those
Listen,
DJs?
they had the same thing when they were doing the PBX, or the Hall of Fame for the DJs and for the photo booth people, for the MEX and the PBX.
that's right. This is good feedback. So I'm sure Rob's gonna be watching this, and Ursula and Sammy. So
No,
give them
Rob doesn't watch.
uh,
What
fine.
did you buy, Dave? You said you weren't going to buy anything. What did you buy?
I bought a backdrop from Brian
That's it.
Ginsburg.
Oh, somebody
That's
just
all that
said.
would fit in the bag.
Hold
What's
on.
that? I had to sit on my luggage to put it in.
If Brian's watching this, Ed Altunian says, you know, we got to get you on. Oh, get Scott, right?
You should get
Brian.
Scott.
Yes, Brian.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
emailed
He's been
him.
invited on multiple times. He has the red carpet. He just needs to make time. That's what it is.
He's
He's been
busy.
invited several times.
We know you're
He,
busy.
he's
Come
too
on the
busy for
show.
us. We're not that important, I guess, to him.
Let me call him. But that's pretty much it,
So,
guys. Again, for those watching, so Rex, you and I talked yesterday. He said, I don't know this and
Yeah.
that, and what should we cover? Because most people have already seen it. I'm like, well, let's do the math. How many people are on Photo Booth Network, Dave? About 16 and a
close
half.
to 16,000 people.
Right. And if only 4,000 went to the thing, and not
Right.
all of those 4,000 are in Photo Booth Network, that's still
Right.
only 25% of the industry attended the show. So
Sure.
75% of the industry didn't go. So,
Well,
every,
but I mean, you got to understand, we have people from all over the world. And
yeah.
now, granted, there were a lot of people from all over the world at the expo.
Hmm.
I mean, there were people from Malta, from Australia, New Zealand, um, South Africa, um,
New Jersey.
New Jersey. That's you know pretty weird in and of itself.
Sorry,
Um,
Shane.
Spain, Italy, Netherlands, UK,
right.
um, Jurgen Meyer, right? Mayer. He was a Hall of Famer. He wasn't able to make it. Let's see. Of course, Chris and Sue Breeze from UK. That was, that's a
Which
long way to
you
come.
know, I want to say that I was honored to just be on the stage with Chris and Sue because theirs was the very first software I used and kind of taught myself way back when I, that's kind of how I started the the Photo Booth Network, was teaching other people how to use Breeze as well as the other softwares. There were no iPad softwares back then.
Yeah.
I think we had three softwares that were out at that time. There was no
Yeah.
darkroom booth either back then. You know,
Yeah, yeah. I want to shout out two major manufacturers that are actually supporting photo boothers, right? And I am really hoping at some point that Canon cameras would would recognize us photo boothers. Majority of photo boothers are using Canon, but which company shows up? Sony. So shout out to Sony cameras.
Hmm.
They came, and then there's only so many uh, printers left in the game, and shout out to DMP for always looking out for photo boothers and photographers, right? Because we also have High T. They're a current printer. It's available. They have media, but they didn't even show up. They didn't even care,
Yeah.
and so
Well,
and DMP wasn't like they brought one printer and that was it. They brought an entire staff. They brought multiple types of media. They had silver metallic, silver pearl. They had every single printer there was available on the shelf. They
mhm.
supported all the manufacturers. Like Aircast Pro, they're showing off their wireless print system, but printing to DMP. And when they ran out of paper, they ran over to DMP and said, "Hey, what can you do for us?" And they gave them paper. So shout out
Boom.
to DMP. Got much love for them. Shout out. I don't have a Sony in my photo booth because not too many software are compatible with Sony, but I just want to shout out Sony for the love as well. So
Yeah.
shout out to those two. That's large industries actually looking closely at photo boothers. So
Yeah, I'm in discussions right now with us getting DNP on in maybe
oh
a few
yeah,
weeks.
that'd be amazing.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I
I'd
was
like to give a
talking to
shout
them at
out.
the show.
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to Imaging Spectrum. They hooked me up. I needed
Oh,
2 printers, and they're like, "Yep, you're on the list. Remember? Get on the list." It worked,
and two
Rex.
Hall of Famers. Oh, three,
It
right?
worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it worked. You said get on the list. I got on the list before the show. Then I
Yep.
showed up at the show. Like, oh, you're on the list. Yeah, we got printers for you.
Yeah. Shout out to Steve, Bill, and Wally. Love
Hmm.
those guys. And that goes back to episode 5. I think you have Imaging Spectrum on episode 5,
Let's
right?
find out.
That
Let me
Yeah, we
had
see.
both Bill
did
and
see one.
Steve, both at the same time. That was a good
Yeah,
one. That
Uh,
you had to work extra hard on that one, Art, because you had to squeeze 4 people on the screen.
that was tough. Let me see here. I'm gonna
It
go see how good
worked.
my memory is. Episode 3, episode 4, episode 5. Nah, that was Jordan St. Jacques. Let me share my screen here. Let's find out. So far on the show, we've had Dave and I just kick it off. Then Rob Savickas, Shane was on, Ed Altunian. We had Jordan St. Jacques on there. This is the episode where I think James Trivis was on a hurricane. So we did
yeah,
taxes and props and showed off how you can fit a llama into a photo booth. Um, Rachel Lynch came on on the episode 7. You came on episode 8. Michael Walter, episode 9. I did a solo episode with Katie, and we're going to check up on her to see how she's doing with her Google My Business. Episode 11 was Bill and
Imaging
Steve from
Spectrum.
Emerging Spectrum.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, photo
Yeah,
booth
shout out to
graphics.
those guys.
Then James finally was able to make it here. I did a how to rank on Google. Alan Berg was on. Danny Max was on. Lou Paris, Danny Brewer.
Oh, lots of great feedback from the attendees that Alan's seminar was amazing. Probably one of their favorites.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he was an early 9 or 8. To get up at 7 and be at the seminars at 8, it's a feat in Vegas. It really is.
All right.
So Alan definitely. Alan's always a favorite. If you haven't seen Alan Berg, check out Alan Berg. He was what
Yes.
episode? 11, 12, something like that. He did an
Uh,
awesome
11. Yeah.
episode.
15. Episode
Uh,
15.
episode 15,
Yeah.
Alan Berg.
Some,
Yeah.
somebody asked a question. Um, what was the most disappointing thing at the show?
oh, I already said mine was the glam bot.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
that was the most disappointing thing.
How about you, Rex?
I thought it was the last day was a little short. I thought a lot of people took off. For me, the show is broken down into education, so people show up early, right? Then there's people who only go for the exhibit floor,
Uh-huh.
right? And then there's people who go just to buy things, like stuff their suitcases with props. And while I'm on that topic, shout out to Julia for the women's conference, because oh man, every woman that I've seen and I talked to, they love the women's conference. Of course,
Yep.
we could not give any first person accounts. None of us were invited. They went to the Mob Museum, which I was pretty jealous about. They had their own Great Gatsby party, which was pretty cool. But every woman that attended walked out of there was blown away, and they forged relationships as they do. And they can't wait to go back the following year. So shout out to Julia, yo props, and the women's conference. That's always awesome. And overall, I thought the show was great. I just, I always think there's just not enough time. I
Yeah.
was a little
Right.
upset with the. I was disappointed with South Point because I wanted to stay an extra day. I had made the reservations. I had the coupon code right, but early. But they said because I didn't reserve all the way till Friday, that Friday had to be regular weekend rate, and it was
Oh,
double, and they couldn't apply the discounted rate that I got for the what do they call that, the stay fee or whatever, the
yeah.
the
The
um the
Las
resort
Vegas
fee.
hotel. Yeah, resort
Yeah,
fee.
the resort fee, and so I was kind of a little perturbed by that. But overall, I went to the gym every single day. They have a very clean gym. Their pool was closed because it was very cold. Um, but other than that, it was great. You know, shout out to Rob. He did an amazing job, and I look forward to next year. Looking forward to the email. And if you haven't been, I highly recommend.
For me, it was the Wi-Fi. I mean, the fact that some vendors paid for specific Wi-Fi, and even that wasn't working for them. Like they
Oh,
paid
they
for their
made
own
an
Wi-Fi,
announcement. They made an announcement. If you brought your own Wi-Fi, you were no good. So shout out to Bleep Share.
right? Yeah,
They
but no,
had, I don't know what they had, but their internet was working and it was fast.
well, you had to
Yeah,
like you actually could buy specific internet for your booth from South Point, and even that internet wasn't working.
right. You even when you paid, it wasn't working. So yeah, I'd have to agree with you. I'm sorry. Forget the time thing. I'm
Yeah,
disappointed with the Wi-Fi. That's if we
we
put
need
a poll
Wi-Fi.
up, we we need to put a poll up, right? Go to Photo Booth Magazine on Facebook and please list your biggest disappointment. And I would imagine because I was there for 15 minutes trying to do my selfie chain. Dave Stevenson was hovering behind me, taking pictures of my back, and I'm like looking at the bar, waiting to see when the pictures would upload so I can go take more selfies. I was
Yeah,
thoroughly annoyed. And then what's worse is they made the announcement saying if you brought your own Wi-Fi because you didn't buy it from South Point, it's not going to work. And they just pretty much just taunted you. So I was, yeah.
yeah,
Well, they did. Why would they announce it? Yeah, we're blocking your Wi-Fi. We had the Wi-Fi blockers on. Haha,
crazy.
screw you.
Yeah,
You know.
so
Um,
is what it is. But listen, we've had one heck of a time tonight. We had an amazing week at PBX, and those who went to Photo Booth Mastermind. Rex, thank you for coming on. I do want to say Ed Altunian had something to say, which I think I echo as well. That one of the favorite things about PBX, besides tech and seminars, was getting to meet everybody in person. There's people that watched the
right.
show that came up to me and said, "I watched the show," and we got to talk and seeing you, seeing Dave, everybody there that we only get to see online or in these Facebook groups. I think that for me is what, and all you could have said it better, Ed. Really meeting everybody in person is just it beats I think everything else.
Shout out to everybody that followed me on my channel and got one of my business cards from AG Custom Gifts. Um, and to everybody who scanned my shirt. Thank you.
Yep.
I love you. I appreciate you. And special shout out to Kathy Alkurgali. I hope I'm saying that right. She's gonna kill me. But she worked the entire time. She worked with Rob. She worked for Photo Booth Expo, and she tried to get the lines were so long, people were checking in. So special shout out to her. She was awesome. And what
Yeah,
else?
I gotta say the staff that now Rob even had his son there working, which was awesome because I
Yeah.
mean I remember his son when he was much younger, from the first expo and the first couple expos and to see the staff that he has there every year. I mean they just get swamped with people, lining up, and they do an incredible job of getting everybody checked in, on the list. Where are you
And
supposed to at?
running two shows. So they got
Right.
PBX and MEX at the same time. They have
Uh-huh.
DJs in the hallway, all
Yep.
sorts of stuff going on. So
Yeah.
shout out to them. They actually did, even though the line went all the way down the escalator through the lobby to the horse. And they let everybody in early 5 minutes, and I'm sure a lot of vendors would have loved to have that 5 minutes try to connect their Wi-Fi.
Well,
It was
listen,
awesome. Yeah.
the guys from Moby Booth, Mike and Mike, their stuff
Yeah.
didn't even show up till Tuesday morning. So they put
Wow.
that entire booth together in just a couple hours
Shout out.
on
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Somebody's asking if we want to get a limo bus and go out next year on this trip.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know.
Well,
Might as
shout
well.
out to Jason Whaley. Jason Whaley took us out to After Dark on Mondays. It was a show. It's like
Oh, I heard about
very
that.
local show.
Uh-huh.
And Mark Rushmore, if you guys remember him, he was like, "Yeah, let's get a limo." And I was like, "Great idea," because there's like 20 of us. Can you imagine trying to take 5 or 6 different Ubers? So he paid for it. Wow. And he got us a limo bus to that show, and that was in Henderson. That was about 15 minutes away, and that was a pretty cool show. So that was my other side trip besides
Nice.
Meow Wolf. Yeah. So
Meow.
I know Meow Wolf Museum, Omega Mart, um,
I'm gonna check that out next year.
psychedelic.
I love the
Yeah.
little small, because the strip is boring after a while to me. I mean, I've been there to Vegas one time, so I want to see these cool little quirky sides of Vegas that you don't normally think about, or you just wouldn't go to normally. So love it,
and
love it,
and
love
the
it.
Silverado Steakhouse inside the hotel was
Oh my
fantastic.
god, yeah.
And the cafe at midnight was packed because they did steak and eggs for $4.99. Like
Mhm.
wow. So
Oh, I
that's
almost
always
forgot the
what.
big the pre-show that Dave and I did. We talked about how you need to have sneakers and to dress warm because it gets cold. It snowed in Las Vegas. Like it snowed when we were there.
Yeah.
Wednesday night there was like snow squalls going on.
Oh yeah, if you
Thursday
looked
night
out your
too.
window, you saw snow. That
Yeah.
was pretty crazy. Yeah. Yeah, and if you look in that picture that you took of me, I wore out my shoes. So where it's white, that was the rubber soles falling off my shoes.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, because the bottom of the shoe was blue and red, but I think I walked so much, the treads came off.
There it
See it at the
is.
toes? Yeah, and it was flopping, and I just said forget it, and I just ripped it off, and I ended up going to my other side trip was Big Five. I went to Big Five and bought another pair of shoes because I
Oh my
just yeah,
God.
yeah, I know. I did a lot of walking, so there
Here's a
you
picture
go.
from the stage on one of the nights. This is Jared. He's awesome. Um, what else do we have? I actually ate healthy. Rex, I also went to the gym, but I also ate healthy when I was there.
You
So
did,
that's,
yeah. Shout out. The gym was very clean,
yeah.
very clean.
Here's you getting
When
your.
did you go?
I went Monday
Oh, you went morning or afternoon?
morning. I'm a morning guy. So, but the rest of the week I didn't because I did so much walking. The rest of the week I'm like, I don't need to go to the gym. Like I did 17,000 steps a day. It was insane.
Not. My
Um,
my favorite swag. You ready? Made you look shirt from Danny. I mean, that you
ah,
talk about a rush. People came through the door, ran towards his booth, and then at first before the show, the table was stacked up. I look like 20 minutes later, it's like
gone.
everything is gone. Like
Oh
wow,
yeah.
yeah,
I thought
right.
the coolest booth for me, um, Imaging Spectrum. I liked their design. It was like this Western saloon with poker tables. That
The
looked really
printer bar,
cool.
the
What?
media bar.
Yeah, the media bar.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Great idea.
Yeah.
It was well done. Yeah, and also Pickbox did a circus theme. So if
Yep.
you see, he came out wearing a top hat. He
The
was a
greatest,
ringmaster.
the greatest showman. I had that same costume I was going to wear tonight, but it's in the other garage, so I didn't want to put that. But yeah, that was fantastic. I looked at, and his top hat was huge. I was jealous of that
Oh,
top
he
hat.
was tall. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't be jealous of the top hat.
No, it's like the best top hat I've ever seen. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, we're an hour in. Rex, Dave, let's close it up. Folks out there, we got Rex's Corner. He's going to be dropping videos. Monday, we got some hot stuff he's going to be putting on Rex's Corner on Photo Booth Magazine as well as his channel. Photoboothmagazine.com. You'll find it under videos in Rex's Corner. We'll also try and we're gonna and those all those videos link to the videos that are actually on his YouTube channel. So make sure you check that out. We don't know who's going to be on
Hey,
next
help
week.
me. Please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000, please.
I'm
People.
subscribed.
All right.
I am. Everybody else out there, please subscribe, and to our channel too. We've got a Photo Booth Magazine channel on YouTube, and it really helps us out. I mean, we're here to spread knowledge for everybody here. Rex is, Dave and I are, and we're here to share. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great week, and we will see you next week on the Photo Booth Magazine live stream series.